So the Southeast Ohio History Center used to be the Athens First Christian Church, and it was built in 1916, and 100 years to the day later, it opened up as the Southeast Ohio History Center. And we're trying to preserve the architectural integrity of this building. At the same time, we're trying to repurpose it as a history center, museum, event center, and a green building of the future to the degree we can achieve that. And so some changes will be made here in the next year with regard to areas like this part of the stage. It'll be lowered down so it's all one level. Right now it's a number of stairs in here, and we'll be putting in a Southeast Ohio exhibit up on the balcony in the coming year or two. And we're just generally making some changes on this building to make it more accessible to school groups and folks who use this facility. It was designed again in the early 1900s. It was designed with natural acoustics for preaching and for the music and the organ. But it's a little more of a challenge today to have events here and the type of noise. So we got to think about the sound in this building, and because a lot of the folks who attend events here are seniors, and it's not unknown that some seniors have some difficulty with hearing. So we just want to make sure that we're just trying to make sure we're accessible to everybody in as many different ways as we possibly can. So we also have the Lyceum Luncheon speaker series here, and we had one just the other day. That's why the tables and chairs are set up the way they are. This space gets rented out periodically for weddings and different types of community functions. And so we had a speaker in here just the other day, a couple of fellows talking about the use of the atlatl being the world's ancient hunting tool. And they brought some of those in and exhibited how they work out, how to use them. And we had a pretty good crowd in here for that. But again, acoustics is always a challenge, and we're trying to resolve those kinds of problems. Over here we have some exhibit area and a gift store, museum store. And up on the second floor on that side of the balcony, we have the Jim and Shirley Hayes Genealogy Center and Rita Levering Library of local history information. And in the back here we have a reception area that was dedicated to one of our early contributors. So we're still in the growing phase of this operation, reinventing the building and reinventing a use for it in the future.